Assalamu alaikum, my dear students of class 9. Today I shall discuss chapter 13, Introduction to HTML5. Now HTML, what is HTML? The full abbreviation HTML is Hypertext Markup Language. It is a language, HTML is a language which is used to create web pages. Now you may have seen the www. www means World Wide Web. Everything on the internet means on the www. It consists of file. www consists of files and which are written in a special program which is HTML. Now HTML, a website consists of many web pages. Now when we talk about website and web page, so what is the difference? Web page means individual pages are known as web page, and a collection of web pages form a website. Now a website consists of many web pages and which are written using HTML, Hypertext Markup Language. It is a markup language. Now when we see the structure of a website, so I am just drawing a structure of a website. Basically a website, structure of a website consists of three parts. They are the home page, the main section and the subsections. So it is like this. Say this is the home page and say these are the subsection and these are the so this is the home page, and after home page we will getting the main sections. This part are the main sections and these are subsections. So this is the structure of a website. A website consists of home page. Under home page we have the main section, and under this main section we have the subsections. Now the home page is the first page of a website. This page usually tells the visitors or those who access the website about the content of the website. Then we have the main section. The main section contains the heading for the particular web page or website, and the subsection contains the main contents. This means what? In a website, the main content reside in the subsection, and this one means the heading of the content, and the home page is the first page of a website. Now coming to HTML5, HTML was developed by Tim Berners-Lee, and the full abbreviation of HTML is Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext Markup Language. Now markup language are the languages which are used for creating a website. Now it is not there in class 9, but I am just telling it is there in class 10. There is another markup language which is also known as XML, Extensive Markup Language, and these are derived from another markup language which is known as SGML, Standard Generalized Markup Language. So markup language is basically used for creating web pages or websites. HTML is Hypertext Markup Language, and it is a text markup language which is currently used for the web. and it is used for creating the web pages. It is developed by Tim Berners-Lee in 1990 along with some of his associates, and the first version of HTML was published in 1993, and subsequently the later version like HTML5 was came into force in 2008. Now, what is the importance of HTML? Now, HTML has gained importance for many reasons. Number one, HTML can be used to display any type of document on the host computer. Now, what do we mean by host? Host means what? The computer in which it is being presented. It is known as host computer. Now, it can be used to display, HTML can be used to display any type of document, maybe text, image, audio, video, any type of document can be presented in a web page with the help of HTML. Number two, HTML is a versatile language and can be used in any platform. Now, HTML can be used in any type of operating system like Windows XP, earlier version Windows XP, Windows Millennium, or Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, Vista. So it can be used on any platform, or if you go to non-Windows based operating system like Linux, Unix, Mac. So it is versatile. It can work in any type of operating system. It is used to make the text look attractive. We can make the text, I think you have seen a website. In a website, the text are of many forms. So it is, this all are created with the help of HTML. It has additional features of linking one document with another. Now we can also link one web page to another or one website to another website with the help of HTML. And most important that it is easy to learn. HTML is very easy. We only have to remember some of the tags and we can learn it easily. And it is considered the most powerful tool for web designing, and HTML is considered one of the most powerful tools when we want to design a website or a web page. Now there are some limitations of HTML. It defines page layout, enables thinking. Now HTML defines the page layout, and it is also used to link one web page to another web page, but the user cannot interact with the web page. So this thing can be done with the help of another language, that is JavaScript. Is not there in class 9, I am just telling. It is there in class 10, JavaScript. Number two, second limitation is that it is not a software programming language. Now see, you have in class 9 say C programming language. C is a programming language. We have other programming language like C++, then Perl, SQL. These are programming language, but HTML is not a programming language. So it is to depend on scripting language. So thus the HTML is to depend on scripting language. Number third limitation is that it is neither a word processing tool nor a desktop publishing solution like MS Word. So it is not a word processing tool or a desktop publishing like MS Word. So because yes, in HTML, whenever we type HTML tag, we basically type in Notepad and save it in the form .html. So this is not a word processing tool. And number 4 limitation is that HTML uses predefined tags. See, already there are some inbuilt. Predefined means inbuilt. Some already defined tags are there, and we have to use only that tags. We cannot use, means there are two types of things. There user defined and predefined. User defined means what? If a tag, if you can define ourselves, this is known as user defined. And predefined means already it is there in the language, we will use only that tag. So that is predefined. Now say XML. XML in XML tags are user defined, but in HTML the tags are predefined. So HTML uses predefined tags that specify formatting and instruct the browser how to display text. Now HTML5 is the new language which is specially used for designing web pages. It offers a variety of new features that enables us to create more attractive website. Using HTML we can make more attractive website by adding audio, video, images, text. And the most striking feature of HTML5 is to play audio and video content without the need for plugin. We do not require any plugin or say like any other software for running the audio or video. With the help of HTML5, it will play automatically. So this is the most striking feature of HTML5. Now coming to what is web browser. Web browser, what do you mean by web browser? Web browser. Now just give an example. If you want to view a website or a web page, the first in our computer, suppose in my computer I want to view a website, I want to get some information about a website, the first thing which I require is a web browser. If my computer does not have web browser, then I cannot open any website or web page. So web browser is a program. Web browser is an application program that displays HTML pages. Suppose say I want to view the website of Sheva, www.shevaonline.org. Now I have to type this website address www.shevaonline.org. So I will be typing in the address bar of the web browser. If I do not have web browser, I cannot access the website. So web browser is a application software which is used to view the HTML pages. Some of the popular web browsers, I am telling the name: Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox. Then we have Opera. You also may have seen some of the web browser, the Opera web browser in mobile phones. So we use this Opera or Google Chrome for accessing any web page. So what is Internet Explorer? Internet Explorer is a web browser which is developed by Microsoft, and it is used from 1999, and it is compatible with Windows Vista, Windows XP 2, Windows 7 and Windows Server 2008. And then we have Google Chrome, which is nowadays the most popular one, the Google Chrome. The Google Chrome is developed, it is also a freeware web browser, and it is developed by Google, which is also a part of Microsoft, and it was published in 2008. Then we have the Mozilla Firefox. The Mozilla Firefox is also a web browser, and which is developed by Mozilla Foundation, and which is supported by Windows, Linux and any other other operating systems, and it was released in 2012. Then we have the Apple Safari. This is another web browser. It was developed by Apple company, and it was launched in 2003, and subsequently its other version also coming. Then we have the Opera. The Opera is a web browser which was developed by Opera Software, and it also works in Windows, Mac, Windows, Linux operating systems. And this Opera is also supported in mobile phone also, smartphone. Now coming to HTML editors. Editor means what? The platform where we type the HTML code. This is known as the editor. So basically there are two types of HTML editor there. One is known as, it is like this. This word you have also got this word in your class 7. WY, what you see is what you get. This is one type of editor. This is also editor. Another is text editor. Text editor. So there are basically two types of editor are there for typing the codes of HTML. One is this one, WYSIWYJ, means what you see is what you get editor. Another is text editor. Now this editor, what you see is what you get editor. It let us create web pages without the knowledge of HTML. We can automatically create a web page, website without learning about tag also. We do not have to learn tag also. We can only design. In this editor, we can only design the web page, it will be created. And the two most advantages of this editor is what you see is what you get is website can be created quickly, and number two, knowledge of HTML tag is also not required. We can create a website very quickly, and another, we do not have to require the knowledge of HTML tag. So now coming to text editor, when we create a web page using text editor, we must have the knowledge of tags of HTML. Another one, it is yes, we can design it easily, but we cannot make it quickly as this one, but you can design it. So my discussion will follow this one, because this you can create easily. In your syllabus also we have not much discussion about this. So because this we can create easily, and also not tag, we do not have to learn tags in this one, but in text editor we have to learn tags. So basically the text editor are like say Notepad, WordPad. So basically we type the HTML code in Notepad. When I will be showing you practically showing that we type the tags in Notepad. Now how can we open a, suppose how can I type the HTML tag? So first we'll click on, for opening the Notepad, we'll click on start button, then all programs, then accessories, then we'll get the Notepad. So in Notepad we'll type the HTML code. Now when we save an HTML file, so what we'll do, we have typed the code. So let me just show you a code of HTML. First line is sign of exclamation, doc type, doc, let me erase it clearly. Sign of exclamation, doc type HTML. Then again we'll write HTML. Suppose let me give the head title, test page, title, title. Then let me close off the head, then come to body, then say I've written giving P means paragraph. This is a test of designing web page, then body of the body and of HTML. So here I have just, suppose I will understand you, try to make you understand this one. So just see it here. I have typed this code in Notepad. When I have typed it, I will save this thing. I will go to file, then save as option. In save as option, suppose I want to name this as test. So while saving it, I will save it as test dot HTML. I have to give this dot HTML. It is mandatory because I am creating a web page. Then when I saved it, then we will see a web page will be created automatically. So basically we type the code of HTML in Notepad and save it as .html format. Now how can you view a web page? So suppose I want to view the web page in Internet Explorer. So I will open the Internet Explorer, then I will click on File, then Open, then I will browse the file, suppose it in desktop or C drive or anywhere. I will browse the file and then I will just click Open. The web page will open in Internet Explorer. But sometimes if you double click also, a web page will open. And now coming to the important one, HTML coding. So this is a code. See, whenever we type any HTML document, the first line in HTML5 is sign of exclamation dot type HTML. It is mandatory. Then this is mandatory. Now head. Basically the HTML consists of two parts, head and the body. Suppose if you want to define the head, suppose we want to add some title in the title bar. In the title bar, so this I will be adding with the help of this tag. It is known as title tag. So I will what title tag test page. Now this is known as on. This is known as off. This is off. This is on. So here I have done what? This is on. Here you see off, on, off. HTML on. It will go to last off. Body on, last off. So this it will be more clear when I will discuss. I will go to further discussion. So then see, up to here it is the head. It is known as the head, and this part is known as body. Basically the main content of a web page, reside in body. So the main thing of a web page, it is found in the body. So the main tags are all the tags which we use, it is related with the body. Now what is HTML element? A web page is made up of elements. You can see these all are elements. A web page is made of element, each of which is defined by HTML code. These are also known as the code. Now what is tag? A tag is an HTML command that indicates the layout or display of the whole or a part of a web page. I am telling again, a tag is a HTML command. These all are tags. This is tag, this is tag, this is tag, this is tag, this is tag. So this is tag. So a tag is an HTML command that indicates the layout or display of a whole or a part of a web page. So the tag can display the whole web page or a part of a web page. Then we have the attribute. The attribute is a special word or a set of words contained in a HTML that specifies additional information such as color, font, alignment. Now in this code I do not have any attribute. I am just showing you one attribute. Body. Now body is a tag. Body bg color is equal to red. Now what will happen? The background of the body of the web page, will become red color. Here body is the tag and bg color is an attribute. So attribute is a special word or a set of words contained in a tag that specifies additional information. Now see here this body tag defines the body of the HTML, but this BG color, it gives an additional information. What will be the color of the background color? So it is body color is equal to red. So this is known as BG color is the attribute, and this is known as attribute value. Red is attribute value, BG color is the attribute, and body is the tag. Now what is HTML tag? An HTML tag is bound by angular brackets. An HTML is bound by an angular brackets. It begins with a less than sign and it ends with a greater than sign. You can see all tags, see, it has begun with less than, end with greater than, begin with less than, end with greater than, begin with less than, end with greater than. You can see all tags. All tags. We cannot have any tag like this. You cannot have tag like this. So a tag contains angular brackets, and it begins with a less than sign and ends with a greater than sign. For example, B. Say here I have given P means paragraph. P means paragraph. I have given B. What will happen? B means bold. This entire line, this is a testing or this is a test of designing web page, will become bold. Bold. If I give here, say U. U means underline. U. This is a tag used to underline a selected text. So this will in the web page, this all line will come in underline. So let us come to what do you mean on and off. As I told you earlier, here this HTML, this is the main tag, this is known as on and this is known as off. Basically an off tag is like this. Now say if I want to off this bold here, so I will give it like this, off bold, beginning on, closing off. Insert in your book example is there, insert page number 257. Insert B before what? It will the opening this is the opening tag or on tag. Insert slash B after the word. This is the closing or off tag. Now HTML attributes. What do you mean attributes? As I have already told you, BG color. BG color is a attribute of body tag. In your book example is there HR. HR means horizontal. HR is a tag. HR tag, it creates a horizontal line. So HR color is equal to green. Now HR is a tag, color is equal to green. Green. Here HR is the tag, color is what? Color is attribute and green is attribute value. Now type of HTML elements. So basically this is very important. There are two types of HTML element are there. One is empty container element, another is empty element. Now what do you mean by container element and what do you mean by empty element? Those tag which has both on and off, they are known as container element. And those tag which have only on tag, those tag which have only on tag but does not have off tag, they are known as empty element. So here you can see this is a container because it is off. Head, it is on, off. Title, off. On, off. It is also container. Body, on, off. So these all are container element. But you see UB, it doesn't have off. So this is known as empty element. Now, what are the HTML rules are there? Some rules are there. This is very important. The rules. Tag names. This I think you understand what is tag. These all are tags. This is tag. This is tag. These all are tag. Tag names and attribute names are not case sensitive. This means what? We can write the tag name either in capital letter, we can type the tag name either in small letter. We can type in capital letter or small letter, there is no matter. Not only tag name, attribute name also, like this attribute name also we can type in capital letter or small letter. So these are not case sensitive. Number 2, attribute values should be enclosed in double quotes. You can see here, this is tag, this is attribute, and I told this is attribute value. So I will always, here also this attribute value, the attribute values are always enclosed in double inverted commas. Attribute values are case sensitive, but attribute values are case sensitive. So if the language wants that we should type the attribute capital letter, we should type in capital letter. If you want it should type in small letter, then you should type in small letter. Spaces between tag does not matter. If you have the spaces between the tag, so it does not matter. And the tag names cannot contain spaces. You cannot have, suppose if I give like this, say this one, head, H space head, this is problem. This is problem. We cannot have space in between the name of a tag. Elements can be nested. We can insert one element in, see this is nesting. We can insert one element, insert another element. Now, structure of HTML document. So basically, an HTML document consists of two distinct parts. As I told you earlier also, one is head, another is body. It consists of two distinct parts. This is the part of body and this is the part of head. The head section contains information about the document. The head section contains information about the document. What is the name of the document? The body section contains everything that is displayed on the web page. So the main content of a web page we place. The main content of the web page, it is found inside the body tag, and the information about the web page, it is on the head tag. Then we have another tag, say BR. BR. Suppose say here B is there, means bold. Now see, if I give BR tag here, BR then designing, DSIGG, what will happen? BR means break line. So what will happen? Earlier, if it is there without BR, so this will come in one line, But if I give a BR, I have placed here, what will happen? This is a test of, after off, this will come, designing web page will come in next line. So BR tag is used for breaking a line. If I give here two BR, suppose I have given BR, another BR I have given here. So it will go, this designing web page will go 2 line down. If I give 3, it will go 3 line down. So BR tag is used for breaking the lines. The example is there in page number 261. It is there, you can see. So I am telling, see, B it is used for bolding, BR it is used for breaking line, HR is used for horizontal line, U means underline, then I means italic. If I give I here, so this entire line will become italic. So these are all tags. Some tags are there which we use with the tags are there which we use with the help with text. text, because I have told you earlier also, in a web page we can insert audio, video, text and images. So basically this all we use with the help with text, but yes, BR can be used with images also. Now coming to what is CSS. CSS, the full abbreviation of CSS is Cascading, CASCADING, Cascading Style Sheet. Cascading Style Sheet, CSS. CSS is a language that provides a set of rules. Remember, CSS is a language that is that provides a set of rules for displaying elements on the web page. How we can display an element on a web page? It is associated with the elements. And markup language like HTML, XML, markup language generally use CSS for describing the look and feel of the web page. How it will look, how it will feel. So just the design, basically CSS is used with HTML for purpose of designing. Now the CSS can be incorporated in an HTML in any one of the following types. So there are three types of there. External style sheet, it is known as ESS, external style sheet, embedded style sheet or inline style. The external style sheet is a separate document that contains only CSS commands, that contains only CSS rules. It does not have HTML rules, it only have CSS rules. It is external style sheet. Then we have the embedded style sheet. The embedded style sheet contains a set of styles that is created as a part of HTML document, which is created as a part of HTML document. And then we have the inline style. The inline style, we can apply style to specific element of a web page. Say I am just showing you an example. Here I have written body BG color is equal to red. So if we follow CSS, how we'll do it? I am showing it. In CSS, we have to write another extra line here. Right here, like this. Say after head, sign of exclamation, doc type HTML. Then we'll write HTML. Then say head. Here we'll write style type is equal to within then comma text oblique CSS. This means what? This means what? We are following. This means what? We are following the CSS. We'll use CSS in making this web page. Now here, if I give like this, say body, within this BACKGROUND, background hyphen color is to say green. I will off the style here. So what will happen? You can see in my earlier case, I have put that one body BG color is good red. So what happened? My entire web page has come in, background was red. So this thing, if I use CSS, so I have to define it before body. See, body. Now background color is an attribute of body tag. You can see if you follow page number 263. You can see in page number 263, background properties 263, background properties in CSS there, background hyphen color. So it is used for specifying the background color. How do we give it? We give it like this: background, B capital letter background hyphen color is to color, name of the color. You can see here background color is to pink. Like background image, if you want an image in the background of a web page, you will give what? Background hyphen image, then you will give the URL of the image. It is in C type or D type, where it is, or in desktop. Then background position, so background position, say it may be either center, left, right, like this. Then background attachment, if you want any attachment, background repeat, if you want the background should repeat, so we will use the background repeat. One example is there in page number 264, you can see page number 264, setting background image, figure number 13.10, background images come. If you want to repeat, so it is repeat. If you give value is there like this, say repeat X. So if you want the background repeat, if you get repeat, so it will repeat like figure 13.10. If you want that it should repeat only one time, so we will give a repeat minus X. If you want that it should not repeat, so we do not give this attribute background repeat, so it will not repeat. And I think you understand about CSS. If you use, whenever you want to give a, basically we use the CSS whenever we want to give some specialized design, we want to make the web page more attractive, so we can use the CSS. In your book little is there, but actually CSS many commands are there which will be getting in class 10, that about CSS commands. So here in your book in page number 263 we have about background color, background image, background position, background attachment, and background repeat is there. So this all attributes are associated with the body. So you can see, you can just see my example. In earlier case, when I have not used the CSS, this property I have given here, body bg is equal to red. But when I use CSS, that means I am defined earlier, because in the definition of CSS it is there. CSS is a language that provides a set of rules for displaying the element of a web page. Markup language generally use CSS for describing the look and feel of web pages by defining the layout, colors, font. So there are some rules are there, and also I told you there are three type of ways are there. You can take any one, either external, embed, or inline. And you can see the, if you want to understand the CSS, you can see in page number 264, one example is there, setting background image. You can see here, doctype HTML head, then you can see style type, text oblique CSS. Whenever we use CSS, we must give this line, style type is equal to text oblique CSS, and after defining the property we have to off it. We have to close it, off the style. Then you can see here, body within second bracket, background image, they have given a URL. URL means what? It may be in desktop, C drive, E drive, or any location. This is the URL. Then colon, semicolon, background attachment fixed. If you want the background should be fixed, and background repeat, whether the background should repeat. Then we have closed, you can see off style, then off of head, then the body part. So what will happen? Maybe we have defined it before body, but this all thing will display here inside body. This all thing, you can see in this example also, it is described before body. You can see here body, it is described before the body tag, but this setting will come in the body, in the main content, because why? I have defined it earlier. So this up to here for this chapter. Hope you understand. So if you have any problem related to this chapter, I think you know that you can call me. Time is there. In that time you can call me, so that I will try my level best to make you understand. These are practical based. Okay, once the school reopens, we will do some practical related to this chapter. Okay, thank you. Assalamu alaikum.